Hello YouTube, David/Thomas here, and welcome to this little video. Now, the most common question asked in the Thomas & Friends franchise is this. How do the engines get their faces? Well, like scientists, we all come up with many different theories. Victor Tanzig's theory is that once an engine's fire has been lit, the face mysteriously appears. Railfan number 1's theory is that the faces are actually artificially intelligent, just like with Lucky the Dinosaur that you can mostly find in most Disney theme parks. And Paul's Vitz's theory is that humans can get... you know what? I'm not even gonna say it. It's too gruesome for my liking. Ugh, sorry to disappoint. So, I bet you all want to know what my theory is. Well, to begin, we have to go back way into 1846, the year that the Great Northern Railway was founded, which would later be absorbed into the London North Eastern Railway. Out of all the workers to work in the workshops on the Great Northern Railway, none is more memorable than this fine chap right here, Franklin Victorson. An engineer by trade, he helped build many of the Great Northern Railway's locomotives, including the Stirling Singles. Victorson here had a family as well, a wife, Ida, and a young son named Ian. One day, while showing his family one of the engines he helped build, Franklin's son Ian said this, "I wish the engine could talk, then we would know how it's feeling." And that was when the light bulb struck. Throughout the upcoming weeks, Victorson was very busy. He was working on a special project of his. And then, the day finally came to show his project off to the public. Many British railway officials came to witness this, including his family. You see, what Victorson was working on was a special heart which can give the engine the ability to live. It was hereby officially known as the Victorson heart. And Victorson thought that he could use Stephenson's rocket as his guinea pig because Stephenson's rocket was the most famous engine back in the day. The heart was there hereby implanted into the engine, and then, like magic, Stephen was born. Everyone was very impressed by this, especially Ian. His wish had come true. Soon, it wasn't long before many of the other Great Northern engines received faces as well, especially when the GNR formed into the LNER. And it wasn't just the LNER engines who got this treatment. Many other engines from different companies got the treatment, like the London, Midland and Scottish Railway, the Great Western Railway, and of course, the Southern Railway. And it wasn't just engines as well. Oh no, many other vehicles got this, whether they ran on the roads, flew in the air, or even transported in water. Also, rolling stock was given the treatment, were given faces as well, including the trucks and many coaches, if you know what I'm talking about. And it wasn't just in Great Britain as well. Many other countries had their engines had faces as well, like the United States. Even when dieselization came into the picture, the diesels themselves got faces as well. Indeed, this proved to be quite a success, as the engines with the faces became popular throughout the nation. In fact, the public started calling them non-faceless vehicles. And what was even more amazing was that the engines had personalities of their own. And so, by decree from Parliament, the engines, the non-faceless vehicles, were given their own rights. However, many have speculated that the engines would one day become evil. Victorson thought this might happen, and so, after negotiations with the British police, they formed the Railway Inspectors Unit, the police force of the rails. They even went to build a prison, which was named Railgate Prison. Now, I bet many of you are wondering, how is maintenance carried out on a non-faceless vehicle? Well, seeing as they have to take us apart, I would know that would hurt. Well, I am pleased to say that that solution is solved, thanks to a little chemical called green water. Once this green water has been implanted in the engine's tanks, then the engines go to sleep, and once their repairs have been finished, then they come out of the works fresh as a daisy. And if you're wondering, yes, non-faceless vehicles can die as well, but Parliament also gave the engines rights. But Parliament also suggested that it was the engine's choice to die or not. And how is this accomplished, you may ask? Well, it is largely thanks to this black water. You see, once it has been put into the engine's tanks, the engines go into a deep sleep, and they never wake up from it. Now, I bet many of you are wondering, is Franklin Victorson still alive? I'm afraid to say no, he's not. Remember, Franklin Victorson lived throughout the 19th century to the 20th century and lived up to the right old age of 100. But I am pleased to say that his legacy still continues in his son, Ian Victorson, as in the same Ian who wished the engines had their faces. To this day, Ian continues to make his father proud by representing the non-faceless vehicles. And there you have it, folks. That is my theory on how the engines get their faces. If you have your own theories, put them in the comments section down below. And with that, that is all I have to say. This concludes today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Until then, cheers!